Rob Likely, rank,
I'm a warrant officer with the Royal Canadian Armored Corps.
and you were in the tanks.
Yes,
All right, so you got smashed around pretty good
daily.
daily. All right. So what's the current methodology for screening soldiers?
Once they go through their paper selection, they'll get a medical screening through a doctor, and he'll be given basically. It's not a great big in-depth test. It's more reflexes and just the basic health. Well, after seeing your software here, I can see how we could have saved a lot of money by weeding out people that might not have made the list, or better yet, training up the people that can make the list once their weakness is identified.
All right, so
We spent thousands and thousands of dollars training these guys up and putting them in what we call the fat platoon, and then trying to get them up to the standard. But then they're in for 2 years, and they're drawing a pension when they get out because they broke their ankle or something. So there's hundreds of thousands of dollars being lost because there's no testing available.
tap a guy on his knee, tap a guy on his,
It's the basic health tests, your temperatures, all your vitals. They do blood work, but there's no real quantitative evidence or quantitative stuff they can do that they're tested on that shows whether they're improving or not.
and the washout rate is pretty high.
The washout rate was high, but then the washout rate wasn't high because they went in and spent extra money to make groups of these kids that were trying to get in with problems and to get them fit enough to pass the test.
I know you said to me this is above your pay grade. I don't know if it is or not. And how would you use this technology to screen your recruits?
Well, it's as easy as you don't need a doctor. So sometimes you have to wait days, weeks to get an appointment with a doctor. You could have technician,
yeah,
a technician or whatever you could call it,
right,
on site, and he could run people through, and they could have their information instantly,
right,
at the recruiting center.
right.
They don't have to wait a month to get turned down, or they don't have to wait 2-3 months to get the rejection letter, or you need help here letter. This could be done in the office the day of.
The effective ways you might see to be able to use this for the military.
Well, like you said, certainly a screening tool for that, for mission-wise, but the amount of sports that the CF has a team for everything.
You're right.
You know, the amount of hockey and it's all concussion sports.
Mm-hmm.
So that can be used where a guy is suffering from a concussion, maybe, or something in hockey, but he has to go to work.
Yeah, I mean, that's the practical applications of what we're trying to do here. If he's concussed, you know what, guys, it's just a sport. I know that you're taking it seriously, but maybe you sit out that game because you got to go to work the next day.
Well, we do our sports at 5 a.m. before work.
Yeah.
And you get hit or something.
Boom.
This can show.
Yeah.
This can show you that, hey, something did happen. Vice, it's just your word that you have a headache, you're going home.
So one thing that we're trying to do is constant monitoring. Because see, the defined baseline is when they were recruited, when their dysfunctional areas were treated. Like, how do you monitor constant improvement currently in the military?
Just paperwork, papers. Paper trail there. So
But there's no current methodology for doing that?
no, we don't. It's all just a guy with paperwork, and you're doing your PT test. If you fail your time, you fail your time. You screen on entry, screen on exit. The evidence is there. They can't fight you for what you need.
And the other thing too is if you're constantly monitoring while they're in active duty, they can make a cognitive decision whether they want to continue on or proceed.
Well, there'd be a number. I think that if you go under a number, you're going to be medically unfit.
But yeah.
But if you have the knowledge and you see it on there, then you can train it. You can train it up.
You can train it up. Take put the backpack on.
Well, we could totally gear up. So you could have a soldier fully geared up with his vest, his tack vest, helmet, rifle, and his rucksack.
Yeah.
With his 50-pound ruck, and your software is going to light up and show where his inadequacies are during that gait test, loaded.
Actually, there's a way of doing that too, because that's head tilt and all that stuff. So there's that's a fantastic idea. All right. So the one of the potential uses of the software could be where after you do initial screening, the military can have their own dashboard, which contains the name of every soldier and every test that they've done, and then periodic testing, be it monthly, quarterly, or whatever. Then the commanders or the people that are monitoring the data, they can see the deficiencies in the score, and they can then potentially haul in the soldier and say, "Ma'am, sir, what's going on in your life that's causing these
Sure.
deficiencies?" Then we can collect data on that soldier throughout their career, and then when they decide that it's over, well, typically what the length of a career of a soldier?
Say 25 years, you get your pension.
25 years.
Your pension.
So 25 years, now we're going to, instead of sending that soldier out into the civilian world just say, "Thank you very much, here's your pension, good luck in your civilian life." Now we can say to that soldier, here's your known issues.
Here's what they were when you started.
Yeah,
Here's you now.
yeah. And here's what you might want to consider doing to
Start this application for this.
for your new life.
The way they do it is each body part is pensionable. So, but if your knees are shot, then it's going to show you, okay, your knees are actually shot, and the job obviously caused it.
Right.
So it saves us 2-3 years of chain letters to doctors and DVA when all the information is right there on release. I don't have to get a specialist after I'm at it, when I don't have a doctor even.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, you come out.
To tell DVA what's wrong with this guy.
Yeah, and when you get out, you really. That's crazy that you just said that, because now you get out, and all of a sudden, it's like, okay, I got all this medical attention if I need it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm out in the civilian world. I might not even get a nurse practitioner.
Okay. I haven't had a doctor since we moved to PEI.
Oh my God. Rob Lightly, thank you, sir.
We're doing a good job. We could be doing a better job with technology.
Right.